You know, I'm very inconsistent with my uploading schedules, which affects my art and creativity, but more than my limited exploration of my own creativity. I always end up either practicing anatomy or drawing headshots, or when bored, eyes on the notebook. I realized that doing this little art won't improve my creativity nor my art, so I have come up with an idea to fight this type of laziness. So, for the next 30 days, I will be creating original artwork each day, full digital paintings, and I will try to not take too much time to complete this 30-day challenge. Today is the first day, and I have decided to create fan art for a webtoon, which is getting lots of hate these days. Well, why fan art? First, I don't create fan art, and second, I want to talk about it, or more like defend it because I really like the art and the story of this webtoon. So, let's go. Cry, Better Yet Beg is an angst fantasy romance story and is much more than just a villain type love interest in the story. This is better than most of the love story out there on the internet, and I can say that because I have read from young adult to adult, from fiction to non-fiction, and much more. So, guys, chill. The story is not the worst in the earth, so stop hating it too much and let us readers enjoy the interesting story of Cry Better Yet Beg. You know, the best part about this story is its gorgeous art, which makes the story more likable. And Matthias, the love interest in the story, is not a villain but rather an angst character who is very interesting and dynamic. I have never read a character where they don't change the character dramatically to make it likable character at the end of the story. He goes through a very natural change where he finally learned to love the right way while not losing his true self. Yes, he did some horrible stuff with Lila, like blackmailing and forcing his love on her at the beginning of the story. But you see, we have to understand the time period of within the story and his position as a duke and his power and responsibility, etc. How can someone just randomly abandon his everything for a mere desire for a no name girl? However, when he learned that his desire ran deep for her, he chose a very wicked path, which was very common among noble families of that time era, leading to Lala's downfall and then his own downfall. Lala only confessed to him at the end is because she was not mentally stable, but it's not only that. When she lost everything in her life and noticed that only Duke was the one who accepted her and loved her in every way, the people who actually read the story thoroughly know that Lila was an orphan who was not accepted in anywhere. Even when she got Uncle Bill, she couldn't be sure. She never cried or complained about anything and tried not to become a burden to him, so she won't lose the last hope. There is one dialogue of Lila. Nobody likes crying baby, so smile Lila no matter the situation. The story is quite complicated and you will start to notice little details about each character and why they behave a certain way. And lastly, Matthias is not a sadist. He just found Lila beautiful and interesting in every way, even her tears. And such a situation happens that he end up only getting her tears because of the social distance they share. And you know, the ending makes sense for the story, otherwise it would have been a tragedy since there was ongoing war. Lila lost everything and there was a chance she could have been lost her child, which would have been very horrible for her. And yeah, Kyle is a good person and good friend of her, but not the right person who can protect, love, and understand Lila in every way. I don't want to yap anymore. I mean, that's it. I don't want to yap anymore about it because I don't want the video to become long and boring. I just don't like people criticizing a story because it's famous without reading the full story and making a good criticism. These YouTubers never make a good point most of the time or what they are criticizing in the story. And sometimes they are straight up hating on the story, which I don't like it. Anyway, how's my fan art of Lila?